Good morning, YouTubers. Jim here again. Talking about a different subject today. This is not about bikes, this is about electric cars. So, I mentioned a while ago, I think probably around about Christmas, that I was looking for an electric car. And I was in the process of testing a few, and I would share my experience. So, as yesterday I had quite a dramatic update, I thought here's a good time to update everybody. So the process probably started middle of last year when I started to think what my next main car would be. I enjoy looking at cars and I tend to take about a year to look at what I want. And my current car, my Mercedes GLC, great car. I'm due to change that March next year when I've had it for 3 years. So anyway, so we started off with a bit of fun looking at the Porsche Taycan and test drove that. And the interest I had was for the two-wheel drive, albeit it's probably more than I want to spend on a car. But we went to Aberdeen, tried the four-wheel drive, loved it. My wife and I had a conversation. We thought, nah, we can't really afford this, but we had a bit of fun and we spec'd one up and paid a deposit, wondering if the gods would drop some money on my shoulders, we might end up with one of these. The big downside I thought with the Porsche was, first of all, the getting in and out of the car was quite tight. And I'm a big guy, but seemed to be when you get in there, I think the seats move, but it was a little bit uncomfortable getting in and out. But once you're in, what a car, fabulous, and it was just great to drive. It's a great driver's car. But reality set in. We got through Christmas and we thought, no, we can't really afford this, and it's too much. So I cancelled the order. But it was great fun to do, I have to say. It was really good fun. Started looking a bit more seriously. I tried the Hyundai Ioniq 5, which was okay. Didn't really excite me. Didn't make me think that I wanted to hand over 45,000 pounds of my cash to Hyundai for the car. I'm a self-recognising badge snob. I like prestige cars, but I was prepared to change. But it just didn't have that feel of an expensive car, really. Nothing to do with the badge. Just didn't have that feel. So it just didn't excite me. So I decided to pass on that. I was looking at a Kia EV6, but never got to drive one. I hear good things about them, but never got to drive one. I tried the Tesla 3. Tesla are brilliant because, as many of you know, I live in Inverness. And Tesla are fantastic. They do test drives based out of a local hotel. So I took one out. It's a great vehicle, and I use that term with care. It's a great vehicle, but it's like driving an iPad. And one thing I learnt about what's important to me about a car is its drivability, how it makes me feel. And this, it did everything. And maybe it's because of the interior, I don't know, but it just left me cold. I got out of it and didn't care about it. Price was good, the service was great. They were available, which they're not now, but you could get one. But I got out just, there's no emotion with it. And I'm an emotional guy and I buy things with emotion. I've got to like them. I'm going to give a lot of money, so I've got to like it and I want to get in it and go, wow, this is my car, which I've had with the various Beamers and Mercedes and Jags and whatever else that I've had. And that's a shame because as a functional vehicle, excellent, great range, did everything. That big screen is great. It did everything I wanted to do, but it just left me cold. And then I was down at BMW in Inverness sorting out a problem with my bike, which is well documented. And I saw they had an i4 as a demonstrator. I had a quick chat to them, and they let me have it for 3 days. So I got to see what its range was. I got to drive it in a whole variety of conditions. I got to do a quick charge at a local charging place. They supplied the cables and a charging card, which was a fabulous service. I also, because I parked it out, I got to see how much power I lost overnight, and because it was very cold, it was -4 at night. I got to see the impact of cold weather, which is one of the things I was concerned about. And I have to say I loved it. I thought it was a fabulous car, and it drove like a car. So the downside, I suppose, of the BMW i4 is it's not a dedicated platform like the EV6 or the Tesla. It's effectively a converted 4 Series Grand Tourer. I mean, that's the platform it's on. So that the front, where you get these frunks, you don't have a frunk, it's full of stuff. Can't say it particularly bothered me. Can't really think, will I stick in a frunk anyway? Cables, I don't know, but there was space at the back. So for 3 days we got to crawl all over it and think about how would we use it practically, because it's still a family car for me, my wife and my 2 dogs. But absolutely loved it. I used the online process to do the order. I picked BMW Inverness as my dealer because it's the local one. As usual with BMW Inverness, nothing's ever straightforward. I don't really know what it is about this particular dealership. I've dealt with lots of BMW dealers, and if I compare it to the last time I bought a BMW car, which was Marshall's in Fleet, it's night and day. Everything you do at Marshall's is slick. You're made to feel special. They give you attention, they give you coffee, they do everything you expect a BMW dealer to do. BMW Inverness is just a battle. So I went down to confirm the order, was asked to wait for 10 minutes. 30 minutes later, clearly they'd forgotten me. So I ask again, can you wait? So I wait a bit longer, nothing happens. So I thought, I can't be bothered with this. So as I walk out, I see a guy, the sales manager, and I said to him, look, this is a funny way to treat people who you want to spend £60,000. You just leave me there and forget about me. So as usual, they bounce around and they go, okay, we're very sorry, and sorted it all out. And so I confirmed the order for the car on the 8th of March. And knowing about COVID and the impact on the car industry and lead times, so we talked about how long, and the indication was I'd get the car in September. And I'm happy with that. Happy to wait. And pretty much forgot about it then. So let's come on to 2 days ago. And on Facebook, BMW have been doing quite a lot of advertising, and one of the cars been advertising is the i4. So I thought, interesting, and I could see comments, so I clicked on the comments, and my God, all the comments are, can't get a car, no date for the car, cancelling my order. And so I just stuck a comment on saying, ordered my car, I think I put it in February rather than I should have put it in March. And haven't got it yet, haven't got a build date. It's all I put, wasn't expecting anything, but I got contacted by BMW UK customer service saying, could I give them the details of my order and they will find out what's going on. Okay. So I couldn't find all the details, so I thought I'll phone BMW Inverness. At the same time, I'm trying to book my bike in for a service, and as is usual, BMW Inverness, they have no concept of returning phone calls. In the year and a half I've been dealing with them, I can't think of a single occasion where they have returned a phone call when I've left a message. It's a bizarre way of treating customers. I couldn't get through, so I messaged BMW on Messenger, said, look, this is my order date, this is where I ordered it from, I haven't got the specific details, can you deal with it? So I had a few messages to and fro, one of which was from them going, we can't get through to BMW Inverness. Don't know what's going on. They're not answering the phone. Welcome to my world. So after sort of late afternoon, the sales manager from BMW Inverness, Harry Fairburn, phoned me directly. Sorry, you couldn't get hold of us. This is what's going on. And this is what's prompted my little video, because it is bizarre. So war in Ukraine, COVID, semiconductor issues all have conspired together. And what he told me was that there are no build dates. This car is not being manufactured. And BMW don't know when they're going to start manufacturing it. And that as a BMW dealer, they have no information and are told nothing about when production might start. In his words, he's as much in the dark as I am, which is weird given he's working in a BMW franchise. And I messaged my customer service guy back and said, this is what I've been told, and they've not come back and said it's wrong. So it would appear that the BMW i4, which there are demonstrators about, and people I think have taken delivery, at the moment is not being built. And BMW have no idea when that's going to start. So the second half of the conversation was, if you want to cancel, I understand. We'll facilitate that. Or if you want to buy another car. Okay. I've decided not to cancel because I'm not sure what the availability of other cars are elsewhere. I already tested a few. I can't afford a Porsche, but even if I could afford a Porsche, I knew the wait time for a two-wheel drive car. So I did my order probably in November and it was due delivery in July. And I imagine now that's been pushed back. The wait time for any of the four-wheel drive cars is over a year. And that was true before the war in Ukraine. I think generally every electric car manufacturer is struggling to deliver cars for all sorts of reasons. So I'm not going to cancel. I'm going to stay in the queue. The good news is my price is locked in. And I've also gone out and tested lots of cars. So this is the car I want, and I'm happy to wait. I'm not due to change my car until March anyway, so I'm quite happy to sit back and wait. As for Inverness BMW, they're just hopeless. It's almost quaint, but they've worn me down. And so one thing I'm going to do is look as if I can change where I get the car from, because I just don't want to deal with them anymore. I just don't want any more drama, or lack of drama, whatever you can. So that's the update. BMW i4 on order, due for delivery potentially in September, with the caveat that there are no build slots at the moment and no forecast when build slots will be available. BMW in Inverness know absolutely nothing and are open that they know nothing and get told nothing, which I find bizarre. Funny way to run a business, but standard BMW, isn't it? So I haven't done anything like looking at wall boxes. I've had some conversations about it, but I haven't fitted any wall boxes or done anything yet. Looking forward to getting the car. I personally think it's the best electric car out there. I'm sure many would disagree, but for the ones I tried. Interestingly, I didn't try a Polestar because I can't get them up here. Can't even talk to anybody up here about them. I have to go to England, so which I'm not going to do. Polestar, I don't want to sell the cars up here, although I do know a guy in Inverness who has one, ordered it, I think somewhere in Glasgow. But he ordered it without trying it, and I won't spend £50,000 on a car without testing it first. So Polestar is the only one I haven't tried, and I'm not going to try, only because there's no availability to try Polestars in Inverness. or within a reasonable distance, I'd go to Aberdeen, but none there either. So that's where we are with the electric cars. So that's where we are. Post in the comments. Interested what you think. Be really interested to know if you've actually ordered an i4 and got an i4, or if you've ordered an i4 and you've got a build date, or you've been talking to your BMW dealer and they know more than my BMW dealer, because one thing I'm not sure is, are all BMW dealers equal? So, take care.